what you need. What you need. I got what you need.
Welcome back to Deuces Sports Talk Show. I'm Chess Storr, and I'm joined by
Robert, Stu,
and Lenny.
And today is episode 10 of this show. And to be honest, we're kind of freeballing this one today. We don't have any script or anything, so we don't really have anything to start with, I guess.
we're just letting him hang today.
We're getting frisky today.
We got Chag in the building running the iPad. Well, not the iPad, but our new technology. Only got 2 cameras going today, so it's easier for our editing purposes.
We're high tech today.
Mm-hmm. Trying to start some live streams here in the future, but we got to get some internet before we can do that.
Yikes.
Start off by saying a lot of coaching changes in the college football world, and some coaches came to Hayes High the other day. Dabo Sweeney and Brent Venables. So, Stu, talk about the whole conspiracy that's going on right now.
Well, apparently Venables already took the Oklahoma job, and Hayes High is a part of it.
We're part of the scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We were paid. Yeah.
pretty much, yeah. His clock was set to 2 o'clock, you know, the whole deal.
I don't really know what that really does for anything, really. It even made it to the news somehow with all those people out there on Twitter.
His watch could be backwards. I mean, he could be dead. I don't know.
That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, especially the comments on it, because it went crazy. Like, had to have like probably 400 retweets, something like that. It was crazy, but pretty much people think that Brent Venables was taking the Oklahoma job. Then he showed up. When Reddit College Football tweeted that, that's when it became like
Saw that
really
too.
big.
Yeah. There's people calling our AD here asking if that was really taken at that time. And yes, the picture was taken at that time.
Can confirm.
Cassie can also confirm, but she needs to get on her algebra.
That was hilarious. What are your guys' thoughts on the Lincoln Riley moving from Oklahoma to USC just like that?
I would have done the same thing. I mean, do you see
After seeing
do you
that
see
offer,
contract?
after seeing that offer,
Yeah. 3 houses, like $6 million, and unlimited private jet rides. I mean,
plus the $110 million contract.
I'm in.
Yeah.
All those deals, and you're
Mm.
still going to keep Oklahoma's Jordans.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nice
Yeah.
deal. You see that picture?
And
He's
and
on the USC.
He's gonna
football
get their
field.
whole roster too. I
Yeah,
mean, other than
and-
like the people that are really loyal, but
Spencer
Yeah.
Rattler to USC.
that
No.
five-star
National?
quarterback that they had as recruit has already committed to USC. So he's already decommitted and recommitted already. Yeah, I bet Rattler goes somewhere in Arizona State. I don't think he goes to Arizona. Arizona is horrible.
I'm thinking like a Grand Canyon University.
no.
no, they even have football.
He might have
knows?
607 every game there.
Jeez.
I don't know about that.
I mean, maybe this might boost the Pac-12 up way more because it's one of the worst conferences in the country. But
Along with the Mountain West, but
Yeah.
we won't go
Oh,
there today. We won't go.
he's always bringing up, we live rent-free in your head, Robert.
I just feel bad
Who
for
does?
Oregon because
Our
Oregon.
Air Force and Mountain West.
Let's not go there today. I don't want to have the viewers fall asleep today.
Here's a what the world stat for you.
Oh, here
Air
we go.
Force did not complete a forward pass.
Yeah,
in
I
their
did see
win.
that.
I did see that too.
Rough.
Hey,
How do you watch? How
and
do
we
you
won
watch those
48 to
games?
14. Like,
Nice. How do you watch a
Against a
7-yard
bummy
rush
team.
left, 4-yard
Scored
rush
48
right,
points without
2-yard
throwing the
rush
ball.
up the middle,
their
first down?
basketball team has the same record as Kansas right now. So that's all I
Nice.
know. One loss.
We probably played like Presbyterian and
Bethune-Cookman.
yeah. My point.
Our only loss is South Dakota.
Oh my.
Lost to South
Oh,
Dakota.
Which KU beat in football?
Yeah, that was on the road. Though it was a tough place to win. Lost by 1.
Lawrence, Kansas, just a tough environment.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for Oregon personally with the Lincoln Riley thing because Oregon's been running that conference for years, and I don't think it's not gonna be the same after a few years now.
I'm sure he'll get in some trouble for recruiting. USC always seems to find themselves in something like that whenever they have a decent team.
I mean, with all that money, he could probably afford to pay a player or two.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Probably already is. Just a few.
All the
But,
decommitments.
Yeah.
Wonder if he asked those players to leave with him. like he did. What was it? 4 or 5 coaches that are going with him.
Yeah, the D coordinator,
sure.
like the receivers coach, and then a couple others.
And there was a lot going down, too. Not just Lincoln Riley. I mean, Chip Kelly leaves, heads
Brian
to...
Kelly.
Brian Kelly.
My bad, Brian Kelly. leaves Notre Dame.
So say your coach quits and he schedules a meeting at 7 to talk to the team. Are you showing up?
No,
you're showing
Okay.
up.
And it's such a
He
terrible
scheduled this
coach.
meeting at 7 a.m. He's off the Notre Dame campus at 7:11, going to LSU.
He literally just said
10 minutes.
Reported. It got leaked, right?
10 minutes he left.
It was reportedly like 4 minutes.
I think the audio.
4.5 minutes, something
I
like
think
that.
the audio got leaked to the final meeting, but it was kind of like all of a sudden too, and Notre Dame still has a chance to make the playoffs. So
I
don't
know. They're like, so many coaches just giving up on their teams in their last game.
I mean,
he's making over $100 million too.
Yeah.
So
I can't see Brian Kelly as
that's
a
a
good
horrible fit though.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's not. I don't think he's a very good coach in the first place.
Orgeron's the recruiter, and Brian Kelly's not. So I don't know how that's gonna work out there in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, they might be in the dump for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Still go Tigers.
Literally,
Always no Tigers.
Speaking of Tigers,
Hey.
talk about a little commitment we had over the last week.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Your
might-
very own
might happen.
host, Garrett Welbrock.
Thanks, Lenny.
Yep. Yeah. Clap it up. Mm-hmm.
Could have done it without Deuces Sports
Yeah.
Talk Show right by
Mhm.
my side and all my Deuces members.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to everyone. The Brian Kelly move, though, I agree with Robert, was not a good one. So it'll be interesting. But they're also in the playoff race. I mean, think about it. Oklahoma State's 5 right now. They lose to they play
Baylor.
yeah. And I mean, I would imagine Cincinnati's going to win, but say they lose too. Notre Dame doesn't have a conference championship, so they could lose.
Could potentially
Bama's
drop
probably
as well.
going to lose. I think they'll
Yeah.
get Millie rocked. We'll talk about that one later, though.
You know what happened last time we said that?
We don't Millie rock on the show anymore because of that.
Ever since that happened, the Rams have gone 0-3.
They have.
So
We
feels
Millie
bad.
rocked Matthew Stafford out of the MVP race is what we did.
No kidding. Yep. Mm-hmm.
What are our thoughts on the Michigan Wolverines knocking off Ohio State,
I think
the second-ranked team?
I think Ohio State's defense looked horrible. C.J. Stroud balled out.
Mhm.
Didn't get
Every
any
game.
help.
In the second half. he
Didn't
did.
get any
The
help.
second half,
they're
he
for
was-
400 yards,
In that
2
atmosphere,
touchdowns,
the weather,
The weather.
C.J. Stroud showed up, and no one else on
And
the
you're-
Ohio State football
and
team
Bryce
did.
Young played bad this week. I mean, how are you going to take the Heisman away from him? Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hassan
He's
Haskins.
definitely my Heisman.
Hassan Haskins has one good game.
He had a
He's
great
had a
game,
pretty
though.
good season.
So you think Hassan Haskins is better than Kenneth Walker?
No. Kenneth Walker's the best back in the country.
I mean,
Better
Behind Deuce
than
Vaughn.
Deuce.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Hassan Haskins ran
The
all
PFF
over Ohio
Big 12
State.
Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State shut down Kenneth Walker. So I'm gonna say.
I think
Because they were down 50-7. They're not going to run the ball. They took him out.
I
You
think
were so high on Kenneth Walker, though, a few
I
weeks
think
ago.
he's definitely good, but
Zach Calzada fell off the
Oh.
face of the earth.
I don't know.
Texas A&M is ranked 25th right now.
I don't know. It's
I
not
think,
good.
it's
It's
25.
not looking good.
No, they're definitely not playing the SEC championship game. I'll tell you that much.
You couldn't lead him to it.
Johnny Football could, though. Best Texas A&M quarterback of all time.
Or Kyler Murray.
What? Oh, he did go there,
Yes,
didn't
he did.
Yeah. For like what,
Doesn't count.
a few games?
Semester.
Is there
Semester.
Tannehill wasn't there too, right?
He left after 10 games like Lincoln Riley. 11
Hmm.
games.
Tannehill actually came to K-State. Like, he played at K-State.
And he got Millie rocked
It was
in
that
like 6 overtimes.
Let's talk about the Sunday night game where we all fell asleep in the second quarter. The Browns-Ravens. Who do you think has higher hopes right now in the future? The Ravens played awful, or the Browns who also played
Ravens. Browns might be the worst team in NFL.
Don't even get me started on Austin Hooper. Don't.
Austin Hooper needed 2 receptions from. I won't even get into it. I won't even get
It's
into
all
it.
he needed. It's all he needed.
And Baker is a bottom 4 quarterback in the league, I think.
He's like 24 to 32 range.
I think
Bottom
he-
8.
I think you could put him anywhere from 26 to 32.
Okay.
Would you put Baker Mayfield or Justin Fields?
It's a toss-up.
I mean,
I'm going Justin Fields.
Justin Fields is more of a ceiling because he can actually run it. So,
More talent. at the more arm talent potentially. I mean, Baker's got a good arm, but
He sure doesn't show it.
yeah,
Like I don't
all that throw power right over his receivers.
like they had so much potential coming in the year, and then it just washed away. Second half of the Chiefs game is when it changed.
It's because
We ruined their season.
their run game is falling apart.
Yeah,
Like they're not running the ball nearly as well.
they've had injuries too.
And
Though.
I mean, I don't think Nick Chubb's been fine. Just COVID.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt's been out for a while. I
Yeah.
mean, Dearness Johnson's he's
Beast.
good, but he's not. He's still Dearness Johnson.
And then the defense you would expect to be solid with two of the better pass rushers in the league, and then you got two top tier corners.
Yeah.
They're not.
Just can't get it done. I
Mhm.
mean, they can't cover really.
No, they can. And definitely don't take Anthony Walker for an
That
under.
guy's a machine.
He's definitely gonna get nine tackles.
The NBA has been interesting so far. The Suns are currently on a 17-game win streak right now. So, you know, they won. They beat the Warriors. It was last night, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without Devin Booker the
Yeah,
last half.
yeah. They look really good. I didn't think they'd be this good coming in the year. I thought last year was kind of like a fluke. Kind of they played some injured teams in the playoffs, but they look really good right now. What are your thoughts, Robert?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, just like
I mean, what?
I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, they're good basketball
I
team.
mean,
Throw up the counter.
Was that 4?
5.
Yeah, they're a good basketball team.
I think Chris Paul is playing as one of the best point guards that we've ever seen in the game right now. And I think he's one of the sole reasons why they're playing so well. And I do think he's the top 5 point guard of all time. I think he slides in there.
Little recency bias potentially. I think if Curry shoots better, obviously the game looks different.
4 for 21.
Oof.
Yeah,
Sorry for those people that bet the overs in that one.
I think at this exact moment, I would take the Suns as the best team in the NBA. But I think if the Warriors get Clay back, which he's on his way back, and then obviously if the Nets get Kyrie,
I don't think the Nets will get Kyrie. That's just a whole nother
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother issue going on there.
or Harden picks up.
I can tell you who's not gonna be good. Probably in the play-in tournament again.
Lakers.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
Actually didn't play too bad last night. They were
Against
actually,
the Pistons.
Kings.
Was it the Pistons? The Kings.
They're actually down 16 at one point last
Yeah,
night,
and then they went on 40-8 run
40 to 8 run without the King.
against
I mean,
the Kings.
it's just a win. I mean, that's all you gotta do. Play it one night at a time, and
You guys outplayed the Kings superstars.
Ooh.
De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Stu. Wow.
Hey, you just wait until this thing says 2021 now too. Mm-hmm.
It'll
It would say 2022.
it'll
I,
not.
I think the Bucks already got that one.
Yeah.
2022, whatever.
I mean,
Another added
What?
to the counter. I mean,
Was that supposed to be a joke or like?
yes, it was, but
Hmm. Oh, let's just. What about the Cowboys? The Cowgirls at this point. Started 7-2.
bunch of frauds.
Yeah, 7-2. They've lost 2 in a row, and they lost to the Raiders.
Yep.
And that was pretty embarrassing loss on Thanksgiving, especially to a Las Vegas team that's so dismantled right now.
They've went away from the run game. I mean, they haven't been running as much or nearly as well. Zeke's yards have been down per game, and like the whole team as a whole is just struggling. CD struggling. Obviously, Amari Cooper being out these last couple of weeks haven't helped him out at all, and the defense just has to seem like it's not non-existent right now.
Yeah, they haven't been getting Diggs turnover. They didn't get it last week, did they?
No.
And I think he's almost more of a liability. If
Yeah.
he doesn't get that turnover, then he is. I mean, he gives up like the most yards, doesn't he?
then their other corner had 4 pass interference
Yeah.
calls.
Yeah.
Oh
Anthony Brown.
yeah.
Oof.
But penalties that hurt him a lot. Amari Cooper being out, and the Raiders were not very good, so
I
they did not look good at all.
I think Dak is defeated, has not won a game when the Cowboys have passed the ball more than they've ran it in a game.
Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
their run game is their crutch, and if that's not working, I don't think they win football
They got
games.
Ty Smith, who's one of the best tackles in the league, back, and they just struggled. You would think that he would help their run game, but
Yeah, I mean Zeke has kind of fallen off. He had that really good middle of the year, and just they haven't gone to him. They keep trying to pass it.
He's been kind of banged up, I think, like
I-
little minor injuries there.
Yeah.
But apparently the owner Jerry Jones said this is going to be an excessive workload for Zeke this week. Who knows what happens with that as they play the Saints on Thursday night?
get Pollard some more
Yeah.
touches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I know like they've been dealing with injuries. The receiver position with the CD Lamb. I don't think did he play last week?
Yeah, he did.
But I mean, even though getting
Or
hurt,
no, he didn't. No, he was
I didn't think he
concussed.
did. Yeah. In the Chiefs game, obviously he got hurt, and there was no Amari Cooper these past couple weeks. So there are they got Michael Gallup back, which is big. But I mean, they still just their defense is such a liability. Like they got the big play cornerbacks, but they'll make big plays, but they'll also give up huge plays, literally the Jameis Winston type, like we've said earlier. So they're just a liability on defense, and then offense is just if Dak can have good games or not, and they just need to have they got to get a run game going.
They'll still be a 3 or 4 seed though, because their division is
Yeah, they'll win the
horrible.
division. Chiefs making a come up now. 4 seed. I mean, what tied for the 2 seed technically because the Patriots are the 2 seed right now, same record. They just have more or I think was it tiebreaker stuff. I don't know exactly what it is, but let's move over to fantasy football. No Daniel Jones this week. So how does Mike Glennon affect Giants players in your lineup?
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't play any of them anyway because they're all so bad.
Okay, we're talking about fantasy football, and you bring up Giants players.
Name one Giant you're starting, really.
Saquon is coming back.
He's been playing horrible.
Shepard,
I wouldn't
Kadarius
start him.
Toney.
I haven't
No,
been starting.
Kadarius Toney is guaranteed hurt with something.
I just
I think I'm going to go to the waiver
just
wire
a
and
question,
pick up a
Stu.
Giants player. Yes or no?
I don't know. I don't know. Would you?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering. I mean, Mike Glennon is not a good quarterback. We saw
Neither
last
is
year.
Daniel Jones.
I mean, who would you rather have at this point?
Neither.
But if you had to choose one,
Why are we talking
Daniel
about the Giants?
I would take Daniel Jones.
We're talking about fantasy football. There's maybe, I don't know, maybe the defense has a good matchup.
Because you're not playing any of those receivers. Kenny Galladay hasn't gotten in the end zone all year. I mean, they're just all so bad. I mean, and they still find a way to win football games somehow. I don't know.
Not won a lot of them.
No. But decent amount.
How about the Seahawks?
They're terrible.
yeah, they are horrible.
Horrible play calling. As Garrett
We
always
get into this
says,
every day. I swear.
Garrett brings it up every day. Pete Carroll is ruining Russell Wilson's career, and I don't think
I think it looked a lot like Russell Wilson.
I think Russell Wilson won't be on the Seahawks by next season.
Think
I
so?
think he either gets
Yeah, he's
traded
gonna
or
trade him.
something.
He's gonna. I
think he's a good quarterback. I just think it's the wrong fit.
Yeah. They just don't have I mean, they have a horrible O-line. They've never done anything to get him a good one either.
I think
He needs
he
a
used
run
to be a
game.
good quarterback.
There's
I
a
think
problem
he's-
though. Is he's 5'11".
I think he's on the decline.
That's a problem.
He's getting old,
Yeah.
and he won't be able to run the ball as well as he used to. And that
Pete
kind of
Carroll's just
played a
stubborn.
main-
Like he tries to run that below average run game, like for 40 yards a game. You want to go, Stu?
no, I'm good.
Get him out on the bootleg or something like that. But
I feel like Russell Wilson though. I've seen like just him being 5'11" hurts a lot because he can't throw like as a normal slant route. Even that last play of the game, like he couldn't see the dude or Kendall Fuller in the end zone because he's too small and there was a guy standing there.
I mean,
Like he's not big enough. Like most quarterbacks in the league are 6'2", 6'5" range, and he's 5'11". I mean, not taking anything away from how great he's been in the past, but like it hurts. I know, but even for him too, it hurts to like you can't see over the line on like those passes across the middle of the field.
and then as well as could his broken finger potentially be
Yeah,
causing some issues? Taking the spin off the ball a little bit, maybe.
I do think he's one of the best deep ball throwers in the game, though. I feel like he completes some of the best amounts of deep ball throws because you feel like there's always going to be a big play. 2 or 3 plays from Russell Wilson to get the Seahawks back in the game, either Tyler Lockett or DK or whoever.
What should fantasy managers expect out of Jamar Chase this week? Playing the Chargers.
They have a good pass defense. I mean, he hasn't played very great lately, but, I mean.
So technical difficulty.
Good. Okay.
There you
Well,
go.
I think it'll be a high-scoring game. So he'll definitely have a lot of opportunities to get a lot of fantasy points. But as Robert said, they have a good pass defense. So I don't know. Pretty average week for Jamar Chase.
You put them down that they play the Bears,
Hmm.
or that the Chargers play the Bears. But
Where?
right there on the sheet. Put Chargers versus Bears.
Robert having a tough day on the podcast.
It says Chargers versus
I
Bengals.
probably meant to put Bengals.
Okay. Because I know we're not picking the Bears. I mean, they're, what, 4-7?
No, and we play the Cardinals this week, so.
Yeah.
Why would
But,
we pick that game?
Yeah, the Chargers, their biggest problem right now is stopping the run. They don't know how to do that. But I think Jamar Chase is an average week.
And Joe Mixon's starting to come into his
Mm.
own almost.
That was stupid last week. He went crazy. They just simply handed the ball every
Yeah.
single play.
Why not?
Exactly. Want to get into some pick'em now?
Yep.
So it's a conference championship week, so exciting stuff we've gotten to this point. The college football playoff kind of relies on this week, and lots of teams can get in. Lots of teams can bounce out of the race. Our first game in the Pac-12 championship, Oregon versus Utah. Utah beat Oregon a few weeks ago in the regular season, and now Oregon gets a chance to rematch them. Who you got?
I think Utah gets Oregon again. It was dismantling out there in Utah, so I think Utah wins again. Go Utes.
Go Utes. I think I'm going to stick with Robert. I'm going to take Utah.
Oregon has had a rough second half of their season, and for that reason, I'm going to go with the Utah.
I agree. They've been very kind of average of the second half, playing a lot of bad teams close. I'm going Utah. Second game, Big 12. A real big game for Oklahoma State. A win. They could get in the playoff, depending on if Bama or Cincy would lose. Or I guess any of the teams would lose. Probably Georgia's still a lock, I'd imagine. But Oklahoma State could get in the playoffs with a win. A loss, they're obviously out. Who you got?
This is probably one of the closer games that's going to happen this week, but, I mean, I think Oklahoma State's the hotter team right now, and I think they'll get it done. Just coming off of beating LU.
Yeah, I like Spencer Sanders a lot. And is Gary Bohannon going to play?
I have no idea.
So I'm going to take Oklahoma State in this one.
I'm going to go with Okie State as well. I don't trust Baylor. They lost to Oklahoma State. Is there one loss? Yeah.
Two. They got two.
And TCU.
Yeah. That was a bad loss.
TCU. Yeah. If they play them like Oklahoma, I don't see Oklahoma State losing.
Yep. I'm going with Oklahoma State as well in this one. I think they can get in the playoffs with this one. I think Bama should get knocked out if anything happens. We know how the committee works. They're going to try and keep Bama in as much as possible, but Oklahoma State's going to win this. We didn't do underdogs this week because, there's like 8 college football games or something like that this week, so there's really no point.
No true
Yeah.
underdog either.
Our third game, SEC Championship, number 1 Georgia, number 3 Alabama.
Give me the dogs.
I'm taking Jordan Davis and Georgia defense in this game.
I'm going to take Georgia as well. If I did have an underdog pick, it would be on Alabama, but I'm going with Georgia.
What was that? I'm going with the dogs. I think Georgia wins big. I think they kick Bama out of the playoffs with a huge win. If it's close, that's where Bama could stick.
I hope Bama doesn't stay in if they get 2 losses.
I mean,
they shouldn't. No 2. I don't know if there's been a 2-loss team in the playoffs.
Hasn't.
can you argue that Alabama isn't better than Oklahoma State though.
No, because I mean they played a 6-5 Auburn team down.
This
to the
is
wire.
why we should have a 12-team playoff.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
but then you have like teams like BYU. in
But
there.
still,
But BYU is
for the college
like,
football
horrible.
organization,
I feel
it
like-
brings in so much money
Yeah,
and so much viewership, and it makes it way more interesting as so many more fans will be involved.
Mhm.
like you and I were saying earlier, this would be the 1 year that it would happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they didn't even like experiment it last year. I mean, it was a COVID year. Teams were playing 6 games. Just experiment it.
I mean, with COVID, like, they're already
know,
doing precautions. Why would they just quit it?
I don't know. It seemed like
Especially during, like, over winter break and
Yeah.
stuff.
it needs to be changed to at least an 8 team, but it should be 12 in my opinion. Because I mean, even like every conference would have a chance to have a national champion, and even
Yeah, like the conference championships, the winner gets an automatic bid or something.
like it means something more in the Power 5.
Yeah, Power 5 for sure.
Not
Well-
the Mountain West.
No.
But even like, yeah. Okay, well, we just had some drama in the middle of our pick'em. Shag's car got hit. You got any words for the people out there, Chag?
Don't let females drive your car.
Yeah, I got rear-ended, and we just had to pause the show.
Breaking news.
Had to pause the show for a little bit. Oh,
Why
where?
would you drive someone else's car? I just don't get it.
I don't know.
When you have your own,
I don't get it.
and I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'll stop there.
Let's breathe.
Where were we? We're at the Michigan-Iowa game.
Yes, we were.
Big Ten championship. Michigan wins. They're in the playoff for the first time. Iowa wins. Iowa's a bunch of frauds. It don't matter. Robert, you got.
Just because I want to spice it up, give me the Hawkeyes in this one because, they have a run defense to stop this non-existent Michigan offense. Even though
They're not gonna
Iowa's
score.
offense is
They're not gonna
also
score.
non-existent. This might be a 7-3
Iowa's
finish.
worse.
But I think the
is not-
Hawkeyes
At least
get it
Michigan
done.
scored
I think
47.
the Hawkeyes get it done.
I feel a little bit of bias coming from Robert over there.
I just want to spice it up
No
because I know
kidding.
everyone's going with the Wolverines.
This game might be 10-0. It might be, but the Hawkeyes, I don't think they score.
I'm
They
gonna
find a way to win.
No, they don't.
Not
Yes, they
against-
do.
I know
How they
they
won
do.
all these games this year?
I'm gonna
Why
take.
aren't they in the playoff?
I mean, who have they beat? Who have?
What do they got?
True.
2 or 3
See
losses.
Penn State. When they were 4.
Yeah, without a quarterback.
They played half the game.
What was it?
Alright, I'm taking Michigan.
Give me Hassan Haskins and the Wolverines.
Michigan. Big.
Aiden Hutchinson might be the best player in the country. He's good.
Why does your best player in the country change like every week?
I'm just saying he is up there. He is up there. You cannot tell me he isn't.
I think he has less sacks than Felix and NUDK Uzama, so that's okay. But you know.
Okay,
He's good. He's good.
so let's fast forward to whatever that was. ACC championship. No Clemson this year. Pretty crazy. Pitt and Wake Forest.
I'm betting on Kenny Pickett here.
I was gonna say
Really?
the same thing. Kenny Pickett for the win.
Both good quarterbacks in this game, though.
I want to take Pitt. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wake.
Okay. I'm honestly surprised with him though. He's going Sam Hartman all year because he was on a TV show.
They've been fading. That's a good show. Go check it out, by the way.
But I've been saying it all year. Wake Forest is a bunch of frauds.
I
They
knew
don't.
that was
They don't
coming.
belong. They don't belong in this game.
I mean,
Wake Forest,
a bunch of frauds.
I think you heard that one in Deuces Sports Podcast number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7.
number 8, number 9.
as well as that whole Iowa debacle.
number 10.
Debacle.
Write it down.
I need a
D-
pen.
I got
D-A-
it.
Throw me a pen
CLE.
and a paper.
I mean,
Debacle.
Hold on.
See if I can even spell it.
I think it's DEBACLE.
I don't need it
yes, that's
spelling
how
bee
you spell
champ.
debacle.
You don't?
Debacle.
Hold it up for the camera.
You forgot an L.
DEBACLE.
It just looks gross.
You think they could see that
Let me
still?
see this.
Debacle.
There you go.
Nice.
I don't even know if you can see that.
Don't clown on my handwriting.
You didn't see. What are the trash cans over here?
No look.
Hey, let's keep the pick 'em rolling here.
Okay, let's move over to the NFL, and I just want to say, Robert wrote "cow" on there for Cowboys.
Hey,
Versus Saints.
you knew what I meant.
Thursday night football.
DAL. Robert, come on.
I mean, it would have been a good game if maybe not Marcus Semien was a quarterback, but Cowboys Saints.
One word: Zeke. He's about to eat. 25
Zeke.
carries.
Zeke.
A
is
Joe
eating.
Mixon type carry game.
Oh yeah, I can't go with the Saints. Who's the quarterback for the Saints right
Taysom
now?
Hill.
Semien.
Taysom
Oh
Hill.
yeah, Taysom Hill is starting, I guess.
I'm still
Forgot
going
about
Cowboys. I think they're gonna get it going.
Taysom Hill sucks. I hate him so much, mainly because I had Kamara on fantasy last year. We're on the Cowboys. Second game, not the Chargers and Bears, but the Chargers and Bengals.
This is an interesting one, but I think the Bengals get this one. I think the Bengals offense just proves too much. I think it's a pretty high scoring game, but I think the Bengals get it done.
I'm going to take the Chargers in this one. I think Mr. Pound for Pound has a big day. I also think Keenan Allen has a big day. And I think they'll take care of the Bengals in this one.
I mean, Chargers coming off a pretty rough loss to the Denver Broncos, but I think Herbert threw 2 picks in that one. Wait, was it 2 or? It was at least 2.
Yeah, at least 2.
And I think they'll bounce back, and I'm gonna take the Chargers.
Man, that was a horrible loss versus a horrible Broncos team. All right, Lenny. Last week for the Chargers, I'm going with the Bengals in this one. It's gonna be close, but I think the Bengals. Who day, Robert? Who day?
Who day? Hey, me and the last place guy just we didn't announce. Garrett is now in last place.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Our
Is anyone surprised?
Chag.
It came on.
Chag showed everyone.
You know who's still the top dog?
Robert. I guess
Robert.
we could list how far behind.
Let's just
Lenny
keep it rolling.
Lenny had an 8
Keep it rolling.
8-win streak. Washington versus the Raiders.
How did this get on?
Ask him.
This is like one of the better pick'em games.
Not wrong.
Flip a coin. I mean, I'm gonna go with Taylor Heineke in this one. Football team is hot, and they're gonna struggle without my boy J.D. McKissick. Hopefully he gets all right, but I think they get it done. Football team.
Yep, I'm taking the football team as well.
I'm gonna go with the football team because their defense actually looked fairly good against Seattle, but I don't know if that's saying a lot. So I'm gonna go with the football team though. I think Taylor Heineke is Taylor Heineke.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders. They had a good win last week. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Fourth game, Broncos Chiefs.
Taylor Heineke is Taylor Heineke. Give me the Chiefs in this one. Because I think Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes.
There it is.
I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is, Clyde Edwards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So I'm taking the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Okay. I think Travis Kelce is like Travis Kelce. I think the Chiefs win.
There's no pride in your picks, Evan. I went with the Hawkeyes.
How
You
many
gotta have
times
some
have I
pride.
How many times have I taken the Broncos?
Too many.
Too many. That was when they were in their 3-0 debacle.
And yet here I am,
Second
very
place.
much in this race.
Second place.
Hey,
Very
so
much
I'm
in
like
this
3.
race.
I'm
You're way out. You're
I'm
way
a point behind.
It's
the
like
second-
social distancing.
Oh yeah. Pats Bills.
Ooh, this is a close. I think it's gonna be a great game, but I think the Bills get it done. I think the Bills win games that they have to win, and they lose to the teams that they shouldn't lose to. So I think Josh Allen, and the Bills are gonna get it done.
I'm going to go the other way on this one. I'm going to take the Pats. They've been the hottest team in the NFL.
Mac Jones.
Their defense is playing really good, and their rushing attack is also playing really well, too. I'm going to take the 3-headed monster in that backfield over the Bills.
There's like 7 of them actually.
Yeah, Ramondre, Damian Harris, Bolden, you name them.
I mean, we got Josh Allen versus the checkdown king, Mac Jones, and I am going to go with Josh Allen.
I think it's a great Monday night game. And last
Yeah.
week we got
Yeah, it actually
we
is.
got the Seahawks and the football
Jump.
team. Horrible game. And this one, Pat's Bills. I think the Bills. I think they get a good win at home versus a good Patriots team. Patriots are great. They're a great team, but I think the Bills win.
a great team.
I think they're a great team.
Think so?
Great team.
I do. That'll wrap up another edition of Deuces Sports Talk Show. Don't forget to check out our Instagram at deuces.sports1. And thanks for listening.
Deuces.
Welcome back to Deuces Sports Talk Show. I'm Chestor, and I'm joined by
Robert.
Stu. And Lenny.
and today. I'm sorry. We got the thing.
You have to put your mic down. Put your mic down. How do I stop?